All right. Good morning, everyone, and thank you for attending. So today we're going to talk about something super exciting, YouAttest for MSPs. So the agenda for today. So why identity governance matters, what we here at YouAttest do. We're going to go over the new YouAttest MSP version. Of course, we're going to do a YouAttest demo as well as the YouAttest MSP demo.
Yeah, and that's important because we're gonna do a little refresh of how right to sell YouAttest, and that's a demo that me and Ashley do, and I'm the risk manager, and then Ashley is the reviewer. Okay, so that's a fun demo, and then Kashif and Cher will talk to you about how, as an MSP or MSSP, you can manage all of these tenants at once. First of all, why would we do this at all? Guys, IGA is exploding. Straight out, IGA is the growth market. It is past IAM and growth. It is now the space that should be addressed by all who are concerned and want to make some money in this space. And why is that happening? It's happening because identity is the problem. Okay. Now, one report said over 50% of hacks are identity based. The Verizon data breach report says what? 65% of hacks are identity related. And it's not just credential hacks. It is about overprivileged accounts. The practice of identity, the principle of least privilege, PRAC-6, is not being followed. And as our friends over in Palo Alto say, 99% of cloud identities are overly permissive. One sec. Great. Okay. And this is where it all comes down. So you got these companies that got to do IGA because of regulatory compliance. They got to do because of the hacks. Okay, they can't hire the security staff. They're 57% of the companies say they literally can't hire the personnel. Next. So where are we going? The managed service providers, the MSSPs, and the MSPs, and many of them want to become MSSPs, and this is a great first step, need to take on something they haven't been comfortable in the past. They haven't been comfortable with IGA because the tools have been so ludicrously complex. We've solved that. Next. So watch how YouAttest works. First of all, what is this today? It works with what is this? Go. First of all, what is this and what is really good are the IAM tools out there. I know the IAM tools are good because I built one. And then I saw what was being built by Microsoft and Okta and said, this is good stuff. And I'm really, really impressed with what's come out by JumpCloud and some of the others as well. So what do we do next? We do an SSO connection, a SAML or OIDC connection into the IAMs. Then next, we also consume all the data from other resources, the siloed ones, big in healthcare and finance. Now look what you got. And think of you, the MSP, right now. Next. And then this is you. You become the risk manager. You have all this aggregate data, okay? Now, what do you do with it? To do a proper access review, you do the next step. Next. You delegate. And watch the demo that me and Ashley will do. You delegate out a review out to the reviewers. We don't care if there's 10 of them. We don't care if there's 2,000 of them. We've done this, okay? And it's auto process. Then YouAttest does the final step. It creates the report. It creates the evidence for all of those compliance measures. So what we've done, that's the product. And we'll do a little demo real quick for Ashley and I will do. That's the product. What we did is build a control tenant around there, an Uber tenant that allows you to create the tenants for the customers, manage from a single console, and do all your management and billing around that console. Next. So the MSP console allows you initiate the access review, create primary admins, delegate the reviews, modify the review messages, that's important to the things, and delete reviewers, generate reports, all from a single console. And then most importantly, run the billing reports. Okay? For what purpose? Why would we do all this? Next. Because there's a big market out there, guys, and it's not being addressed. And this is the right way to address this, is together. We're a tool builder. You've got the customers, you got the contacts. Let's work together. So Ashley, why don't you give me, I'll share my screen and we'll show the world, what the product looks like in general. And then we'll have Kashif and share playing the new stuff. Okay.
Perfect.
So yeah, everyone should see my console. And this is the product as we all know and love it, right? And we're going to do, and it's exact season right now. And I'm sorry, Ashley, can you see my screen?
Yes.
Perfect. Usually about halfway through. Okay, so because we do SSO, these connectors are trivial, we can do this easily, okay? And I'll do the first audit today. Okay. And then most importantly, we pick a date for this thing. This is what's cool. This is all real time. We're cloud connecting to another cloud. In this case, Azure AD could have been Okta, it could be another IAM. Okay. We're going to do a finance app. If I wanted to, I can scale this up to hundreds of thousands and then, just say, give me 5% of them. We'll do 100%. Okay. So this is what's cool. It's reaching across the globe saying, okay, now just give me that metadata, not credentials, metadata. Okay. And that's done all because this product is so advanced. The work Cher did in the team to basically make these integrations trivial. Okay, it's literally just a few SSO components. That's the SAML version. The OIDC one's even trivial. And what we did is save you, the MSP, hundreds of hours by, look at this. Oh, look at all this messaging stuff. Okay, we've got the email, we got the Slack built in, and we built all the templates, all these templates, these automatic templates. Okay, most important one being this one, the reminder email. The NAG email is set in the world. You can modify it any way you want. And what's really cool, you can modify how often it gets sent out. Okay. All right. That's the product. Let's go back and run this audit. And then we'll get into the MSP stuff. Okay. So here's the audit. Okay. Hit refresh here. There you go. Refresh one more time. Let's run it. Fine. I'll run this one. Okay. Let's do this one. Look at that when it's even overdue. Okay. So literally what we have there. Oh, that's your audit there. There we go. Okay, let's run this audit right here. And watch this. Okay, so what it did is pull all the metadata, all the users, all the roles, all the managers. Now, I could take this product and I could certify or revoke or delegate manually here, especially delegate, just say, Ashley, just review this right now, but I'm not going to. The right way to do this, and this is what we train the MSPs to do, is to go hit this one button. Auto delegate. A lot of work to get this working. And we push out all of the access reviews to all the users. So this is why you should see this in the context of the MSP. You got one guy, he gets trained on YouAttest, right? And then you can say, okay, I'm going to do, Acme Corporation today. They got a finance up, fine. And then we go do, B company, and we're going to do a healthcare audit. We're going to do those applications. You can do one by one. What's relevant is I just did an access review, started it as the risk manager. And now Ashley takes over as the reviewer.
Perfect.
Let me just get you started right there.
All righty. Okay, so what I see as the reviewer, so as I can see, this is my inbox. So it's timestamped. So this just came into my inbox. So all I have to do is click this hyperlink right here. So what I'm going to see is different than what Garrett saw as the risk manager, right? So Garrett sees everything. Garrett sees all the managers, all the employees. I'm just going to see my employees, just Kyle and Bob, because they're the only two people I need to worry about, because these are the only two people that report to me. So what I can do when I'm going through the audit, if I want to put in any notes, I can add them right here, and this will show up in the audit report as well. Otherwise, all I have to do is just scroll over here, these three little buttons. So if Kyle has correct access to everything, I can certify him right here. Let's say he has access to something that he shouldn't. Excuse me, he moved departments. So I can revoke his access. Or let's say Garrett, as the risk manager, delegated me Kyle. He actually reports to share. So I can delegate over to share. So for purposes of this demo, I am just going to certify everyone. So just like Garrett saw, so this green bar pops up. So that means I'm good to go. So that's all I had to do. So now Garrett, as a risk manager, will show you what he sees from his console.
And infinitely scalable. You know, if you got 5 managers, rock and roll. If you got 2,000 managers, or rock and roll. Okay. So I go back to my console. I become Garrett again. Literally, I just hit refresh on this. And I will see the work that has been done. This has already been reviewed, and the product will automatically push out those nag emails and nag messaging in Slack if you wish to those other managers. And will be, it's a constant process, and it's a automated process. Okay, that's standard YouAttest. That's what you know and loved if you've seen the product before, or even if you've used it before. Now let's have some fun. Let's go into how the MSP now manages this. Take it away, Kashif. So just for the audience, Kashif is our director of field services. Shir is our product manager. So they might be interchanging some dialogue, and we're certainly both open for questions. Take it away.
Thanks, Garrett. Let me just go ahead and share my screen. Please let me know when you can see it.
Yeah.
Right.
We're
So this,
yeah.
Great. So what Garrett showed you was one tenant or one customer. You know, you could see the console, create audits in there, do your reviews and everything. But now we are talking about multiple tenants and multiple clients being managed from within a single portal or within a single console. This is the super admin console for MSPs, where you can add as many customers as you want, and you can switch into their accounts or their tenants from within this console. What it gives you is on the dashboard, you can see the overall tenant counts, which is like all tenants overall, it's 5. You can have live tenants. Also, you can have POC tenants if the need be, if some customer needs to test, you know, the tool first, you can create POC out of this portal as well. And then it shows you the total license count. It was, you know, last month and then this month based on the consumed licenses per customer.
And this is huge, team. This is the way we're doing this in 2023, at least to start with, is that no upfront cost. No upfront cost. Just connect to this to your customers, and we'll go month by month. We'll bill you month to month. That right-hand column there that says, you know, number of users, you know, that's it. That's what we'll bill you at the end of the month. Okay. And we just want to encourage you to use this product.
Yeah, and then it's the functionality is really, really simple for anyone to understand within half an hour or something, because all you have to do here, if you have a new client, you just need to add certain details in this form here, create their password, and then share the information after their account is created within a couple of minutes. And you can share the credentials with your client as well. But at the same time, you will have that client added over here, which I'm going to show you what it will do for you as a super admin. So let's say Garrett showed you an Azure AD tenant that he was showing you the demo in. So I'm just going to access that tenant right from my MSP console. Here's my admin user, and all I have to do is just switch to that dashboard and watch what happens when I click that. So it will directly take me into that console, which is integrated with that Azure AD environment. And now I can see all the audits. I can see the activity that Garrett and Ashley have been doing and creating audits and certifying. And
what Kashif has literally just become, and that's why we did the last demo, he's become Garrett now. He's
Exactly.
become Garrett as the risk manager that's able to do for that company. There's and the neat thing in this product, the way Sheer designed this, you can go one company to the next, to the next, to the next, and knock these out.
And now I can see the activity that we just saw in the demo, that these two were reviewed by Ashley, and now Garrett is just waiting for these three managers to complete the task. So this is the power of that tool. But when you go back to your super admin console, there are certain other things that it enables you to do. You can download all the tenants report, whatever you have here, whatever you can see. But not only this, these four, as you can see, are the live tenants that are being used right now. But you can create a POC tenant just like number 5 over here. What you can do with that tenant is when the POC is over and the customer is ready to be onboarded, you can just click this button here, activate it as live account. It will happen in a second. It will be converted into a live account. It will ask you only for a couple of components like the user count and the billing date. And once you provide that, it's going to convert from POC into a live account right from this console. So this is what you can do. You can also segregate the live accounts and see the POCs separately, or you can choose to see all the accounts that you're managing right here.
Yeah. So say, hold on, I got a new way to do it. Let's set up a POC, run that for a month with the customer, rock and roll, and then turn it on live and all good.
Yep. And when it comes to these customers, it gives you the ability to see the user details of each client that you have in the MSP portal. You can update their license count. You can change and update their next billing date and download the users report. How many users you have in a specific tenant for a client. You can download that report right from here instead of going into or switching into their account. And then for any reason, if the integration is in place and the single sign-on for a certain customer needs to be disabled, you can do that right from here instead of going into their account and doing it. So these are certain power tools and options that YouAttest MSP portal provides you. And all the rest of the details are here. You can see the trial days in case of the POC. You can see the total users that are using that tenant for each customer, and then you can see the consumed licenses. So these numbers here are based on the consumed licenses this month, and then it will also show you the one you have used the last month, so you can see the comparison and see the difference. If there are more licenses being consumed by each customer.
It's literally the only IGA product out there, guys, that allows you to pay as you go model. This is why this is so exciting.
And it's not dependent on which identity store you are integrated with. So if you can see, the first one here has integration with my Okta environment. The second one here that I've added has integration with my Azure AD. The third one here, I have it on Jump Cloud, and the fourth is the one which is not integrated with anything. It's a default tenant where you can use CSVs to ingest the data into YouAttest and create campaigns out of that CSV. Maybe it's coming from an AD, maybe it's coming from a siloed application that is not connected to your identity store. So yes, you can have those added over here. If you're not integrated with anything, with any identity store, not a problem. You can have a default tenant and use CSV to create those audits.
Yeah, CSV or the new APIs that we just created in the V3. Rock and roll.
Yes.
And we'll help you get those built. So yes.
So that's about it. That's simple MSP portal.
Yeah.
If you have any questions, please.
Share anything you want to add or?
No, I think Kashif has covered everything regarding the MSP, but should there be any questions, we are ready to respond.
Sure.
All right, perfect. All
Right.
right, so I have the information on how you guys can reach us. Of course, I think everyone on this call has my email as well, but I'm attached to the info@youattest.com. So any questions, thoughts, any clients you want to shoot over, just let us know. I appreciate everyone's time.